Bonsoir from the Cannes International Film Festival in France. I'm Serena Davanzo, and I'm here to tell you about one of the documentaries I got to see. I actually got to see it on my first day at the festival. We're going to be talking about Hayao Miyazaki and the Heron. So, Hayao Miyazaki and the Heron is the story about Miyazaki coming out of retirement to make a new Studio Ghibli film. This film was directed by Kaku, ARAKAWA, and right now there is no release date for the film. It just premiered at Cannes during the beginning of the second week, and there's no official release date, so hopefully we'll be able to update you on that when they do have a release date. And this film, since there's no release date, has never been seen before, so it was really interesting to get that opportunity to see it. And we'll be able to update you when we have that information. So keep an eye on our website as we will keep up to date with this film and its future release date. So for those who don't know, Hayao Miyazaki is the creator of Studio Ghibli, where they've made various different animated films throughout the years, like Ponyo, Secret World of Arrietty, My Neighbor Totoro. It is basically a cultural phenomenon, in my opinion. So when it comes to this specific documentary, I enjoyed it because it was very personable. Like, you watch over the course of this 6-7 years of them creating this film, and it's just like, you feel like you're there, because there's like some points where it's just, you're like up close and personal, just like filmed like this, like how this video review is. And it felt very personable, like you're just having a conversation with them, even though you don't say anything and they say everything. So I do really like that. It just like made me feel more connected. So for those who may not have seen Studio Ghibli films before, they probably feel a bit more personable to Miyazaki. Another thing that I like is it gives a timeline as to when like these like clips are filmed. It says day such and such a time till premiere, and it just goes on from when it started to after it premiered. It started going into Oscar nominations and Oscar wins, and just showing what happened like after the film came out, which was a nice little touch too, because a lot of the times it just stops like it premiered, it was a great success, cool beans. And no, it continued after that, and I really like that. Though, with it chronologically going through from the beginning to even after it premiered, one thing I did dislike, or I don't even want to say dislike, just like I think was a downfall for this film, it was very long. Which, having a long film is not necessarily a bad thing. So with the timeline aspect, it going from the beginning all the way to the end, it is 6-7 years of footage that they had to go through to make this documentary, and it ended up being about 2-3 hours long. And there's nothing wrong with having a long film, but I felt like with everything that was there, all the information, all the years of content that they had, I think it could have been better put together as like a mini series, maybe like a 6-episode mini series, or like 1 episode per year, or 7 episodes, 1 chronologically telling each year. I think a 6 or 7 episode series, mini series to chronologically tell the story, I think that could have worked in their benefit, but it was still a very moving and touching documentary, and I really enjoyed it. And this specific film premiered on the eve of Studio Ghibli being honored with the honorary Palme d'Or at the festival. So for those who may not understand what the Palme d'Or is the biggest prize that a film can win at the Cannes Film Festival. Meaning, like, you win the Palme d'Or, like, overall encompassing prize for your film. And during the festival, they give out honorary Palme d'Ors every year. Last year, I remember one of them was Harrison Ford. I got to see that Palme d'Or ceremony. This year, Meryl Streep got one in the opening ceremonies, and George Lucas will be honored at the closing ceremonies. And so during the festival, they awarded Studio Ghibli as a whole the honorary Palme d'Or, which that ceremony was really fun. They had Miyazaki's son come and receive the Palme d'Or on Studio Ghibli's behalf. And then they showed a video of Hayao basically thanking everyone, but it was really funny. I don't know if it was particularly planned to be that way or that's just how the video went. They were like, oh, we're getting this award at the Cannes Film Festival. What do you want to say? And he's just like, I don't know what's going on, but thanks. That was basically how it was kind of phrased, but in Japanese. And it was very funny, again, very personal, like the film itself, which was very unique. And then they ended up showing 4 short films that have only been exclusively seen in Japan at the Studio Ghibli Museum, which the 4 short films were all very interesting. I've, again, never been seen before unless you go to Japan. And so it was really interesting to see. Cute little short films. They were very fun. 2 of them were like, I guess you could say audio only, whereas instead of like having like actors like talk to each other, there was no like talking. They had the voice actors like make the noises themselves, like they did the sound effects, which was very interesting. I very much enjoyed those more than the ones that when they were speaking. So yeah, that was a really cool experience to be able to see those films because I haven't got a chance to go to Japan yet. Hopefully on the bucket list one day. And for Miyazaki and the Heron, I'm going to give it the rating of an A-. I thought overall it was very good. There was some aspects I feel like could have been better. Like I said, making it more into like a mini series to really develop all of that. So for Miyazaki and the Heron, I'm going to give it the rating of a A-. I feel like it had a lot going for it and it did really well emotionally. It was able to connect to the audience. There was a lot going on for it, but I feel like if it was made into a mini series, that could have really enhanced it even more and brought it up to like an A or an A+. And with that, that is the end of this video review for Miyazaki and the Heron and a little tidbit about the Palme d'Or ceremony to Studio Ghibli. It was such a great experience, and stay tuned as I will be having more reviews from the Cannes International Film Festival. See ya.